Hello everyone and welcome back to another contrast paint video, and today for you we have Grimgut from Godtear. He has a subtitle, I don't remember what it is. Grimgut the Disgusting, the Vile. The Vile sounds right, but I might be misremembering. Just for something a little bit different, this horrible mound of flesh that spews up his wretchlings, I think they're called, to just annoy and harass. Based in Godtear, as always. Now you'll probably be able to see, even on this camera, that some of like his orangey yellow plastic, big chunk of it, it's kind of shining through a little bit, which, I mean, if you wanted to try and get rid of that, it would need another coating of the base. However, I'm going to leave it because I kind of like the idea of the yellow slightly shining through on his skin, because it's going to make it look like he's got jaundice or something. So we're going to leave that as it is. As far as how we're going to be painting him with contrast, there's a few decisions to be made. I mean, with Godtear you can basically make them whatever colour you like. Considered green, but then it's a bit too Nurgle, you know, 40k kind of thing. Considered just doing a brown, but then it's kind of like knockoff Clayface from Batman. So instead, we're going to make it as disgusting as possible and base it on the Rotten from Dark Souls 2 and make him just flesh. So we're going to be using Guilliman flesh primarily. I'm going to go over all of them with that. We'll be using some Nurgle's Rot to add slime in various places. Use some Agrax Shade as well. He's covered in chains, kind of like down here under the arm and then over the back here as well. That's going to be just done in silver after the fact. And then he's also sort of hiding his shame by wearing like a tattered robe, although it's only covering his back. Like it goes down weirdly here. It's like an L shape, it goes down here. It doesn't look like a smooth finish at all. But that'll be done in Mornfang Brown probably. You can actually see his distended belly under his legs. Truly disgusting, which is why I like it so much. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure what we're going to go with for eye colours. We'll worry about the mouth afterwards. And the base is going to be done in the same way as the wretchlings, which I forgot to have next to me for this, but you'll have seen them already in the painting, getting stuff painted update. So anyway, starting with Guilliman flesh, using this big brush all over it, except the cape thing he's wearing on his back. We'll worry about the chains, picking those out afterwards. So let's get started. So here we are at the first check-in, and isn't he disgusting? I love it. So that's the Guilliman flesh applied. I did a little bit of cleanup on what we're going to be doing next, the sheet he's wearing to cover his butt, but also picked out the eyes, did a little bit on the one nail that's visible, his teeth, his mouth, whatever's in there. It's going to be covered in slime later, but still. Then I also totally forgot to mention he is covered in stitches on his belly, his back as well. I think his back has some. Yeah, just a little bit there. So I just did a little dry brushing, or sorry, a little brushing in general of Godtear. They're probably going to be untouched until we do the non-contrast stuff. So in terms of contrast stuff, next we're going to just be using Wildwood on the sheet, covering his back, and also, didn't mean to make him do a full spin there, not time for that yet. We're also going to apply that to the base. Messily, I didn't bother cleaning up the base because once we're doing the non-contrast stuff, it's going to be getting a Grelin Earth, is that what it's called? A Grelin, yeah, a Grelin Earth, and then be left for a while to give it the texture to match what I've done for the wretchlings. But also during the time skip of Wildwood, a little bit of Opus Pink in there for the mouth, and to match how I've done the wretchlings, just a Warp Lightning dollop on each eye, because that's just the theme I've went with. Once we're on to the non-contrast stuff, it'll be Agrax Shade in the recesses where I want the folds of fat to look even more disgusting, over the stitches, over the nail on his finger, and over the silver once we apply that as well. But let's get the other contrast work out the way. So here we are with the wildwood done. The base looks messy, but that doesn't matter because we'll be going over it, but there's how his back looks as it is. So now we're on to the non-contrast parts of the paint job. So just to again go over what we're doing, we're going to be using a Grelin earth all over the base. Going to let that crack open. It'll take like an hour at least. That's just the way those bases work. Then while that's doing that, silver, lead belcher silver on all the chains as neatly as possible. Let that dry. Then Agrax earth shade in the fat folds, in the mouth, in the eye sockets, or around the eye sockets, on the chains, on the base as well to make it look darker. It'll drip into the cracks that eventually open up once it's dry. And I think that's it. Oh, sorry, no, and also some Nurgle's Rot to look like he's like salivating, dribbling slime down his belly a little bit, in his mouth as well. Just for like maximum disgusting. So it's going to take a while for me, mostly because of letting the earth paint, the texture paint there, crack open. It takes a while. That'll take a while for me, but for you, we're going to be fitting out and fitting in to the finished Grimgut. So we're going to call Grimgut done here. The base does still need even more drying time. An hour was not long enough. The thicker parts need a lot more time to crack. However, I'm losing daylight here, so we're going to call that good. This is Grimgut with everything that I said before. Almost fully dried. Let's do the hashtag Ghetto360 spin and let you take a look. He spins overly easily for reasons I don't know. But once the base is fully cracked and dried, I will be doing Agrax over that, so it'll look a bit darker, but you'll see that when we do get round to doing the next getting stuff painted video. I'll show Grimgut in that again, give you some hopefully better up closes, but yeah, a very easy miniature to paint. I love how it looks because it's disgusting. And it took very, very well because of all the fat lines, basically, to the paint. Maybe use a different colour for the well, I didn't know what this is meant to be because it only covers his butt. I guess I didn't want to mould his cheeks. That's a disgusting sense. Could have done that in some other colour that just makes it less basic looking, like a black or... Well, black would probably be about the same, something brighter, like what if a red, I don't know, a red cape or whatever this is supposed to be, a red one or a blue one, make them stand out a bit more. I went with a basic colour just because I was trying to stick to his official art on the box more or less, and he does seem skin toned with a brown cape, for lack of a better word. Anyway, he is done. I'm not sure who'll be next when we next do a painting video, hopefully close enough in focus, because you definitely want to see him in focus. He's sickening. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for doing so. Please do remember to show your support and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Speaking of which, I'll see you next time. It's time for now.